Hi there, everybody. I'm so excited to be here today and really excited to talk to you about um, hosting live events and producing events and things like that, and how important those are as part of your marketing mix. And I know right now we're in the midst of the COVID crisis, and so gathering people together um, not only feels impossible, it's not safe. However, event marketing still should be a part of your marketing strategy. So think about alternative ways to actually really connect with people through those live events. Um, and live events can also be digital events. Start letting people know that you are around, you're available, you're open, your your business is that your business is in business. Some of the good ways to do that through event marketing, live streams can be built up to be events. So you can create a live stream event on your social pages. You can broadcast it out. You can multi-stream it with different tools all across multiple platforms. You can send out email invites with the link to the live stream for people to be able to tune into that. You can work with people. You can work with guests and invite guests onto a live stream or onto a webinar or onto some sort of seminar to be able to connect with them and have a conversation. This is something that worked really well on my social media pages early on in COVID, where I was able to invite different people on and chat with them about what they were doing, what they were finding to be useful, giving tips and tricks and tools to people to support them in their business. So think of a live stream on your social channels or on your personal platforms or through your website as a real opportunity for people to tune in. There's some really good tools out there for live streaming, multicasting, things like that. The one that I'm using right now is StreamYard. I really, really love it. It's fantastic. I also sometimes use Zoom webinars. It is a little bit more robust. It's also a little bit more complicated to use, but it's very, very solid and a really, really great tool. There's also WebEx is another tool that does a good job for hosting kind of live stream type things. So those are the live stream events where it's a little bit more spontaneous, a little bit more informal. You can still create an event out of it. The next one that I wanted to talk about is similar, but it's more of a digital or virtual workshop or seminar. One of my good friends who is a chef recently started doing live webinars that were cooking classes. So he would email out the ingredients in advance. People would sign up to attend, and they would cook alongside him during about an hour and a half long class. And they were actually paying to attend this virtual event. There's no other time that you get to be literally in a chef's kitchen with them, cooking alongside them virtually. So that's another really, really amazing thing that you can do. Another friend of mine set up, she works for a nonprofit, and she started setting up webinars or training seminars for some of the people that they serve to train them on basic digital things that maybe they didn't know or understand how to do. And so she'd have different experts on to actually talk about, here's how you do this thing, here's how you do this thing. People could tune into the webinar, they could pre-register so that we knew who was going to be in attendance, and we could also do follow-up with them. So that's another great way to do some sort of webinar style event that doesn't necessarily go out live to the general public, like you might do through a live stream, but people have to sign up or register or pay to be able to join in. Another type of event that I've seen happening out there right now that I think is very, very useful is virtual networking. So one of the great things about several of the platforms is that they have breakout rooms. So we've all been on those Zoom calls where it's like 50 people and it's just a big cluster. But Google Hangouts and Zoom and WebEx, and I'm sure other platforms, have the ability to put people into breakout rooms where you have smaller groups within the broader community that can tune in, listen in, connect, and be on hand to actually connect as face-to-face as possible right now. And so that's another opportunity, I think, is connecting people or putting people together. My recommendation for those types of events is have one person be the host, just like at a cocktail party. For example, right now I'm hosting a virtual cocktail party a couple of times a month. Just to connect with people and to get in touch and see what everybody's up to. Everybody brings their drink of choice, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, and we gather together and we chat. And as the host, I always try to come to the table with questions, not just, hey, how's everybody doing? But it might be, what's the book that you read as a child that you remember the most? Things that spark conversation, things that are interesting, things that are intelligent, things that create some curiosity or cause people to have an aha moment. And if you have a bigger networking group and you're divvying people out into breakout rooms, then have one person be in charge of each one of those breakout rooms as well. So that people don't end up in those breakout rooms with strangers or somebody that they don't know very well and they just feel awkward. I noticed that there's a restaurant here locally that is hosting a virtual wine tasting where they are literally having different people join in. And they break people out into individual rooms with a different wine expert in each room to talk about a specific wine while they've ordered a dinner from that restaurant and picked up the wine and are enjoying it simultaneously with them. So that was kind of a fun way to do an event that was interesting and engaging and kind of fun and playful. So those are a few different ways to do events right now. Event marketing is one of the best ways for people to get to know you, to know your brand. That's one of the reasons why my marketing agency is called Elle Marketing and Events. We believe in the power of bringing people together and connecting people to tell the story of your business or your brand. And right now, even though that's a little bit more challenging, making that happen on a broad scale, I think, is really, really important. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please message us if you have any questions, if you need any support, or if there's anything that we can do to help you. We know it's really challenging right now, and we're happy to do a 15-minute call and help you through some of those snarly issues or questions that you have. Thank you so much again, and have a great rest of your day.